What it is, y'all, it's your boy Jones. And if you want updates to all the Jones for Sports content, I'm going to need y'all to.
Come on, push the button!
Yeah, come on, push your button!
Push the goddamn button!
Push the goddamn button!
You heard what she said.
Push the goddamn button.
Push it, motherfucker. That shit never gets old. I love that goddamn intro. I love that. Push the goddamn button. But what's up, y'all? We back. We back. I know we've been off for a little while,
In a
but we
minute.
are back. Football is over. I'm done with the Eagles, the Cowboys, and all that shit until free agency comes soon. So it's only for a short while that I gotta breathe, a breather, but I had a little break. Now we back in basketball season, and shit is cranked. Shit is crazy right now. So we're gonna get into it. We got a lot to talk about, but like my guy Chris Tucker said, hit that goddamn button, subscribe, like, comment, share, and most importantly, enjoy the show. But let's get into it. It's your boy Jones, my co-host E. E, how you doing, bro?
You know, threading through,
I
threading
feel
through
you,
life.
brother. I feel you, my brother. How you feeling on the basketball court, though, as far as your team looking? How do you feel there, huh?
Yeah, look, not too bad for a trade for the future to be the 2 seed right now, right?
Come on now. Talk to me. Come on now. Um, and we'll talk about my next at a later point. In the show, I don't want to get into them right now because they are pissing me the hell off. Pissing me the goddamn hell off. But we just wanted to say we are back and we are going to be mixing it up from now on. Now that football's over, basketball season is the second half. It'll be primarily basketball, but obviously football season is never over. So we'll talk some football. Baseball season starts next month. So it's going to be cranking up a little bit. And we're going to be outside. We're going to be doing events, especially when the weather gets better like we did last year. So if y'all around or whatever the case may be, we can get together and all do some big things and support our favorite team. So, yeah, let's have fun with this. First, I want to start it off by pissing off all you goddamn haters out there. That's what I want to do. I want to start the show off by pissing off the LeBron haters by congratulating my guy 50 goddamn K. 50K. Now, a lot of people are like just sneezing at it like it's nothing. This, like, what? Are we serious? I understand y'all hate this man, but damn. This man has done something that no one has ever done, not even come close to. And y'all can't even congratulate him on that? This shit is ridiculous. This shit is sad. And I for damn sure ain't gonna be the guy to just be like, oh well, I'm not. We're not gonna celebrate this huge fucking accomplishment. If it was anybody else but LeBron James doing this, it would be, it would still be talked about. It would still be talked about. They gave him his night. I saw it on social media. It was trending and shit like that. But this morning, it was pretty much gone. And me being the big LeBron fan that I am, I'm not going to be that guy that's not going to appreciate the greatness that we're seeing and that we will not see again. We won't see this again. What we are seeing is once in a lifetime. Like when we talk about the greats in hockey and baseball and all those records that they set, that's what we're seeing right now. And nobody appreciates it. And I hate to see we have the opportunity to appreciate it right now while he's still playing at a high level. But no, we just want to hate on him because of what he did in the past, his decisions that have nothing to do with y'all personally.
I feel like now, especially, we're in
He
the
definitely
era.
does. He definitely does. But just the hate out is
No,
louder than the
I
praise.
feel like we're in the era now. The internet era, the social media era, you're gonna find none but people who just want to hate just because.
That's a
Like
fact.
you could do anything, go to any sport, you go to music, whatever. You're gonna find whoever's at the top. You're gonna find people who are gonna find reasons to hate on them.
For sure.
Um, the thing with LeBron ain't no secret. I'm a Laker fan. I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but like with now 50K, it's like, bro, he when you're great that long, there is no more records to break. It's just records to make.
Exactly. That was whoo boy, you spitting the day.
Hey,
Damn, you spitting the day. Say that again.
Nico not the only rapper, all right?
Yo, nah, that was nice. I like that.
Yeah, like the dude's 40, he's
Records.
still playing better than
Hey,
dudes half his age.
he's still a top 10 basketball player in
Yeah,
the
like,
league right now.
bro,
That's
to me,
ridiculous.
like, it's the only impressive part about it is that he's 40. If he was
Exactly.
35, I'd be like, it is what it is.
Right. This is what he does.
40 and still playing like this. Like,
That's ridiculous, bro. And I was arguing
and
with people on Twitter, like I always do. And I'm like, name me a 40-year-old that was doing this. Just I'll wait. I will wait. Just name me one. Just give me one
bro, and then I'm gonna
40-year-old.
tell you the truth too. Like, if you look at the history of guys like him that came out straight out of high school, those guys don't really make it to play like that by 40 because they break down a lot
Yeah,
faster.
absolutely.
Because you figure, remember, it is a higher jump. You go to college is just to prep you for the league.
Yeah, that's a fact. I gotta change
There's a
this
reason
font.
why
This
you
is
can't go from high school to the NFL.
Yep, that's a fact.
You know what I'm
Greatness
saying?
is
Like every
subjective.
next step is supposed to.
Yeah, I agree with that. I
Oh,
agree with
that
that.
that is perfectly said right there.
Yep, I
That's the
100%
problem.
agree with that.
We can never just say, yo, these are the greats. We always have to
Yep,
argue
very
this,
well.
this, 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 this. Listen, your father's great is not going to be your great.
Exactly.
Same with me. Everybody grew up in different eras and watched it in different eras.
Yep. So
You ask
everyone has a
somebody in their
different
30s,
point.
get somebody from their 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s, and ask them, name their top five. I guarantee you it's going to be a whole lot of different ones,
Yep,
different names. In it.
that's so true. That's my thing. It's like we all come from different eras of watching them playing, and so we're obviously going to have a different view of how it's played. But as long as we can all meet in the middle as far as recognizing what's great and what's not,
Yeah.
if we can all meet in the middle there, then I'm cool with all
I
of it.
think, look at me. You ask me who my GOAT is, you know who I'm going to say.
1000%.
I'm going to say it's Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna say LeBron ain't shit. LeBron whack.
Right.
You ask me LeBron, I'm like, LeBron is one of the greatest of all time. He's up there. He's probably the best player to ever play the sport.
Exactly. Like that's what.
Football. I hated Tom Brady.
Yep.
You ask me who
There
the
you
GOAT
go.
is, I'm gonna tell you Tom Brady.
It's a fact. I hated Tom Brady too. I couldn't stand his
Like,
ass, but real recognize real, regardless
yeah,
if you
that's
like
all
it or
it is
not.
at the end of the day.
Exactly. And that be my thing. And I don't get into it as much as I used to with people on social media about the LeBron
That's an
and MJ.
argument that you'll just
That
go on
will
for days.
right.
It's never gonna end.
And I do it for the fun of it. Like I do it just to argue with some, especially when they say something real stupid. I'm like, all right, you clearly don't know what you're talking about. Let me just school you real quick and then I get off of it. But like my thing is whenever I talk about the LeBron and MJ debate, I never when I talk about that debate, I always give MJ his props. Always.
Okay. Yeah.
Always give MJ his props. But when it's the MJ fans talking about LeBron, they can't give any credit to LeBron at all. No, he did this, he did that for like real dumb reasons. And it's just like, yo, what's his name said it perfectly. Jamie Foxx. He said the man could cure cancer, and they would still say, "Well, what about diabetes?"
Of
He
course.
can't win for losing. So it is what it is. But hey, he's my GOAT. So to anybody that has a problem with that, y'all can kiss my ass because that's my
Listen,
opinion.
I'll end that part on this. There's two arguments I don't get involved with. It's politics and Jordan versus LeBron.
That's a fact. That is a fact. Appreciate you. For real, for real. All right. So had to give that out to my GOAT because we're not gonna act like what he's doing is not amazing. So my next one, now this one get a little spicy. This one get a little spicy because it's been the talk of the NBA the past few weeks, which was John Morant. Um, God
Oh,
damn it.
and not wanting
Anthony
to be the
Edwards,
face of the league.
yes, saying that he didn't want to be the face of the league, and then LeBron responding to that saying he understands why. So, what are your thoughts on first Ant saying that he doesn't want to do it, and then what are your thoughts on LeBron's response to that?
Honestly, I feel like a lot of these young guys don't want to be the face of the league.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to give it a Ja. Look what Ja did and continually did to
Yep.
get that spotlight off him. Ant is in the media for a whole lot of other shit outside of basketball right now. So I don't blame him wanting to be the face of the league. Uh, and like, I mean, who there's only like three or four guys that can comment on this, which would be LeBron, KD, Steph, and maybe Giannis,
Yep.
who agree, like, nah, you don't want to be. I mean, look, Ant's in the news for other shit, and you think the face of the league is not gonna be that thrown out every chance they get.
Yeah. You can't like.
And I think I know it might sound crazy to say, but like with so much talent, I don't think they need a face of the league. It might sound
Oh
crazy to
shit.
say, but like
Say that again.
I don't think we need a face of the league.
That's a
There's
interesting
so
point.
much young talent spread around the whole league.
That's an interesting point. I haven't
You got
thought
your
about that.
international guys, you got your other guys like Ant, Ja, Tatum.
I agree with. I think it's gonna be like to your first point about the look and the image that Ja and Ant have. Like it's not the greatest image because of what's going on off the court. Obviously, on the court, they're great athletes, they're great players. But what comes with being the face of the league is winning. You got to win. Every face of the league that we've ever had has won.
And can and let's think about it too. Outside of like, even when LeBron first came in the league, like these guys are coming out the league 1 year removed. And then by their
Hmm.
fourth year, they're making max money.
Yep.
Like these guys are 20, 21 years old, making hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yep.
They
They're
don't
young.
care. Like exactly. Like they don't care. I'm telling you, you see more of these, and it's all the young guys who are just up for the max contracts. You see more
They-
stories about them off the court about who they with, what they doing than
Yep.
anything else.
It's so true. And like back to your point about their private life, like they don't want their private life on the spotlight. That's not that's not good for them. It won't be good for the league. Um my question for you now is who do you think can take? I got an answer. I have two answers. Who do you think can after LeBron goes, Steph goes,
Oh, I
KD
got the
goes,
easiest answer right now.
who's gonna be it?
SGA.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
big into the fashion world. That's always like everybody looks to see what
That's always
he's
big. Yep.
wearing. He's wearing
Like
off the thing and
Alex, what's
everything
up,
like that.
Al?
Like that's the biggest name for me is SGA. Probably gonna win the MVP this year.
Yeah.
We'll get to the Lakers in a
We're
minute.
gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
But yeah, I got SGA.
So I like SGA. The reason why I say it won't be SGA is because he's not American. I think they're going to shy away from the non-American players first. They're going to try to get it with someone American born. So first I would go with if it has to be American born. I don't know if that's in a rule or not, but I'm just going off of that. But
I mean, if they're pushing, they pushed Giannis and the Joker. Why
yeah,
not the closest thing to a non-American be a
for sure.
Canadian in SGA?
Yeah, that's true.
I think the
I
only
think
thing that might hurt SGA is him playing at OKC.
yeah, true. It's low,
It's not a
not a big
big
market.
mega market.
Yeah, exactly. Um, I think that yeah, no, like I like the foreign players. I think SGA is great. I think Joker could be up for it. I could think Giannis, Wemby definitely.
About the
Um,
Wemby for sure.
I think that they're going to try to make an American born first because one thing about the face of the league, it's not just the NBA that makes that choice. It's the fans. It's everybody, the media. We anoint them the face of the league. They don't ask for it. We just say, "Hey, you're the face of the league because you're great, you're amazing, you're good off the court, you're fashionable, you're advertising, all that shit." Um, I forgot my point for a second. Um, yeah, I kind of forgot it, but I'll go back to a new point. American born. If it's gonna be an American born player, my guy is um, Jason Tatum. He's the only one with the resume. He doesn't have the personality, but in today's league, that's actually probably good.
It makes sense. The only reason I can see that because he's already won,
Right. That's
and
why.
he's on one of the storied franchises.
Oh, I get it. You're a Lakers, so I get it. You ain't trying to see no
Yeah, listen,
Celtic as a face
I
of
don't
the
do the Celtic love, but I'm a Duke fan, so I show love to
yeah,
Tatum. All right,
facts.
but yeah, I just the only thing with Tatum is I feel like if it was him, they'd be prepping for him now,
Yeah.
and we're not seeing him push there now.
Yeah,
I
they
think
definitely
it
not
might.
getting pushed.
The reason why I think it might be like a SGA, because if you look at, they're really trying to expand, and they're
TJ, what
showing
up,
up
TJ?
the love to all the international guys.
They are. They are. I
The
think
point of
it
listen, we're talking about the All-Star game might be the Team International versus Team USA.
yeah. But the thing about that, um, just not to go off on a tangent or a sidebar, the international players, they don't even really care about the besides Wemby. Wemby was like the only one that actually played hard
Of
throughout the
course,
whole thing. But the international players, they don't really give a fuck about the All-Star game. But back to what I was saying,
All-Star game is
if it
meaningless.
is gonna be a international player, it's gonna be Wemby. They're gonna force it on Wemby because he's too goddamn good. He's too damn
He
good. They're
is.
gonna force it on him. I think they'll wait on SGA unless Wemby's something, knock on wood, that nothing happens to him.
Yeah, we got to
Um,
see what that injury is first.
right. So far, the signs are good that it's not like what Chris Bosh
But
had.
as
Um,
much as you said that, I agree with everything you're saying.
mhm.
The only knock I'm gonna have is one of the big things you said it takes winning.
Yeah. Oh well, I think he's gonna win at some
No,
point.
at some point, but is if it's gonna take him time to get there, where SGA is the best record in the league every year.
Right. Right. Well, that's the thing. I think it's gonna come to who wins first.
Yeah,
Who wins first? Who's gonna do it? Giannis. Yeah, Giannis is having a great season. He's gonna have to win again, but he's already won.
man, for all that, I'll be biased. Luca, man, all right,
Luca for sure. I
look where
forgot.
he's at. Look where he's at.
Yeah, Luca. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can't forget Luca. Not at all. You cannot forget Luca, especially where, like E said, where he's at. He's in the second
He
biggest
ain't in
market in the NBA.
Dallas no more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially if they start what? Especially if they win it this year. What? Oh God! Yeah, they're gonna push that like a motherfucker. They're gonna push it. They're gonna push it.
Yes, we are getting to the 20-minute mark. So that means I can spark. Yeah. International.
I would join in on that, but I don't think I'd be able to make it through the pod. Not today.
Would be tough to be. I gotta change this. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. I gotta change the font real quick. I thought it was only gonna be our names that look like that. I didn't know that the comments were gonna look like that too. Hold on. Let's get to so we can read the shit. All right, there we go. It's a little better. Let me see what else we got here. Oh no, not with the script.
If a lot of you didn't notice,
There we go.
Mr. Jones turned 34 on Sunday, so his age is starting to show.
It's showing, guys. It's showing. All this weed I smoke is fucking up my brain. All right. So you said SGA. I'm going with American-born Jason Tatum, foreign Wemby. But I like Luka. Yeah, that was a great one. Luka was a great ad right there, especially if they win. All right. Now it's time to get into talking about our teams personally.
Speaking of Luka.
Huh?
Speaking of Luka.
Talk about it. Let's go. Get into it.
All right. So when that trade went down, the big talk was this was a trade for the future for the Lakers.
Yep.
They're prepping for life without LeBron. Dallas is an easy finals favorite. Cool. AD played 3 quarters, got hurt. Cool.
Not to lie. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Nah. I loved AD on the Lakers, but the injuries were starting. Yeah, it sucked.
It made sense.
They just lost Kyrie for the season towards ACL.
Yeah, that shit hurt.
Sucked.
That hurt.
But I mean, and in Luka's first couple games, it looked all right. His first big game was that game against Denver.
Yeah,
he went on. He had a good game against Dallas. You know, you expect that he was going to be pressing a lot.
Oh, he was going to get their ass.
Wait till that game in Dallas. Don't make me start looking for a flight. But for all that, when we made the trade, we was what, the 5th seed in the West.
Yep.
Everybody talked about the lack of depth we had. We don't have no other big man outside of Jackson Hayes. Shout out to Jackson Hayes for stepping up big time, not only on the defensive side, but his offensive game is picked up. We are the 2 seed in the West right now.
Yep. 2.
Everybody talked about, that. I told you the only team that really worried me would be Denver because of Joker.
Yeah.
And we have the best defense in the league since January.
Yep.
Everybody talked about all these teams, the Rockets. I'm never worried about the Rockets.
Can't shit on them.
They're too young and not ready yet. And plus, Dylan Brooks is trash. I don't care what nobody says.
Wait, why did I get a restriction?
The Clippers, never worried about them. All it takes is Kyrie to wait. Kawhi the wrong way, and Kawhi's done for the year.
Yep.
Denver, outside of Joker, they don't scare me unless Joker goes off.
Someone better not.
Jamal Murray hasn't been the same.
Yeah, he had a week or two.
OKC, they're a great team. OKC's a great team. But we seen last year in the playoffs, they're a different team. And we got the one guy in the league who kills them, Luka.
Yep.
If Luka and Braun keep playing the way that they playing, all this talk, I see the Lakers maybe get into the Western Conference Finals. And yeah, you could say this is my bias talking, but this is me talking about what I've seen recently. We can make it to the finals.
1,000%. They did it without Luka and that squad.
Run through the West. Not saying we're gonna sweep every team. No, but we can win in the West.
For sure. Like you said, I agree with everything you said. The Nuggets are the only team that would really be in your way. No disrespect to OKC, but they're gonna have to prove it. Like we've seen them have.
They just don't have the outside. Like what they put out there doesn't scare me as much as Denver, just because, like I said, it's Jokic alone is why I'm scared of Denver. Everybody else, we can match up with the rest of Denver.
Exactly. They're the only ones. I love the way that LeBron and Luca have been playing. The whole team has just been, their level of play has been going up. To all you casuals out there talking about they don't play defense, this, that, and the third. You got LeBron, who's since turned 40, has been playing the top 10 best defense in the league.
And shout
40.
out to and there's 3 guys I want to give a lot of credit to as well. Gabe Vincent,
Yep.
Dorian Finney-Smith,
Yep.
and Vando, who've been
Finally.
playing great on the defensive side of the ball.
Sure. For sure. They've been
And there's
great.
a comment talk about why JJ should be coach of the year.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Yeah, because here's why they won't give it to him. Because they're gonna say he has LeBron, he has Luca. But before we do that, before we even when we know why they won't give it to him is why. Like I said, Braun, Luca, this, that. But yet when we made that Luca trade, nobody even thought of us as a threat.
Yep. It should definitely be JJ. I think it should be JJ because that team was not expected to be this fucking good.
I mean, outside of him, who would you give it to? OKC coach, they were there last year.
Exactly. The only other one would be
they were there last year.
the Cavs.
Cavs, yeah.
But they're
you guys know you guys were a top team in the East last year. Houston.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Honestly, if I watched the last time we played Denver, we played a great defensive game on Jokic and we got physical with him.
Exactly. You got to.
LeBron was guarding Joker at times.
Yep.
And beating him up a little bit. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. You can't just let them just roam around and do whatever the hell they want.
You let guys like Russell Westbrook shoot.
Yeah, exactly. You
Aaron Gordon. You live and die. If Aaron Gordon and Russell Wilson are killing you, Russell Westbrook are killing you from the 3-point line, they can have it.
Exactly. 1000%. You give that up. You live with that. The defensive shit, the coverage mentality, running around like they are on fire for 48 minutes might work. I just worry about Giannis, Porzingis, Joker in Game 7 series. I love Jax and the coverage scheme, but I am concerned. No, I mean you have every right to because, well, that's in the East as far as Porzingis and Giannis. Joker,
Can
but
Porzingis make it through a 7-game series? Honestly,
right, like he's gonna have to continue to show us that he can stay healthy. He did it. Well, no, he didn't even do it last year. He came back during the finals, but he was only there for couple games and he had some great games, but still he's not big enough like that. You really need someone, a real threat, but the Lakers don't have that. So if they were to go against the Celtics, that could definitely be a problem. Giannis, of course, obviously, but I think I'm with E on this. Like it's not even the bias in me loving LeBron and being a Bron fan. I really think this team can shock a lot of teams and take a deep playoff run and maybe even make the
honestly, from where we stand right now, if somebody says it'll be shocking if I'll be shocked if the Lake. That's disrespect. That's disrespect.
Exactly.
There's no shock. There should be no shock they make a deep playoff run. If you end the season now on a 2 seed, there should be no shock that they make a deep playoff run.
Right. It's expected at this point now. It's expected.
And this is what it is too. It's not only the LeBron hate, but it's the Laker hate. Because it was the same way when we had Kobe. They always look for reasons. Honestly, I love the TNT guys. I don't care for Barkley because Barkley for years has nothing but to bash the Lakers.
Yeah, that's a fact. It's we're getting to the point now with all these media outlets that Yeah, we're figuring it out. Like you said, we love that show. We love that show, but for the most part, y'all be out there saying some
I'm
outlandish
gonna
shit.
tell you, like I say this all
Now
the time.
the basketball players actually have their own platform, so now y'all can't show up with those bullshit lies.
Thank you for bringing that up. You gave me something to end our show with.
Oh, okay.
um,
Right.
yeah. Not honestly. I'm glad I got a 9 to 5 sometimes because I don't have to be home to watch those stupid takes that go on throughout the day.
For real.
Because, boy, all
Bad.
right, off the Lakers. All right, so we're going from a team that started down here that's up here right now. Let's fly all the way across the country to our great city of New York that we both from. To the team that started up here, and that's not they ain't dropped that far, but been having close games of late. They got slapped. They got belts to ass the other day, yesterday. Knicks, man, what's up? I kind of feel like we knew something you were gonna hit a rough patch this season because we know Tibbs don't like playing more than 8 guys. You finally got Mitch back, but Cat is out for a couple games due to some personal reasons. Hope everything's well with that.
And this is the part where I like this motherfucker. TikTok. Excuse me. While I like this.
Just keep it off the camera from TikTok.
Yeah, that's why I'm over here with it. But on here, on the main screen, yeah, I can see the smoke on the main screen. Let me move up on y'all. Tips. You didn't learn from last year? When the fuck are you gonna get it, my man? Fuck learning from last year.
I
You
was
didn't
born
learn from Derrick Rose?
Beach, Long Island boys. That's what's up.
Oh,
We from
another New
uptown.
Yorker? That's what I'm talking
We
about.
from
Yeah,
uptown. We from uptown.
that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to New York. We out here. Tips. Tips. You didn't learn from ruining one of the greatest point guards we've ever seen in Derrick Rose?
I hate him every day for that. Because honestly, when Kobe retired, I was like, my new favorite player gonna be Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose. I wanted to hate Derrick Rose because when I was
He was
rocking with
battling against Braun. He was giving Braun team the business.
he was the one fucking guy I was scared of.
He was the one guy that feared LeBron fans in the East.
One guy. It was him. I'm like, yo, Chicago is that one fucking team that I am scared of. Fuck Boston. Chicago because of number 0. That boy could not be stopped.
As much as I love Melo, and I'm glad Melo stayed in New York just because New York we had something to see in Melo. If he would have went to Chicago with Derrick Rose and Jimmy Butler,
Boy, it would have been something. It'd have been something. So, it's tough to talk about because I had so high hopes for us this year. Like my high hopes were up there, especially the way we started the season. Well, not started the season. We started a little rough, but as we started going, we started picking up. Cat started getting comfortable. JB started getting comfortable. But the two signings that we've had on this off season, they haven't really showed up for us much this year. And that is Mikal Bridges and OG. We paid a lot of money for you two.
gave up a lot of draft picks for Mikal Bridges too.
Gave up a lot for you two. And I was happy that we got y'all. I was very happy that we got y'all. 2 defensive guys, 3 and D. Exactly what we need to match Boston. And we are not matching Boston. We're not matching the Cavs.
That's what I want to ask you.
We're not matching any fucking good team.
That's what I want to ask you. I remember the last time we potted, we talked about the Knicks. I asked you, how did you feel that you guys struggle against the top teams? And at the time, I believe you said you weren't too worried.
Yep.
Are you worried yet?
Oh, I'm worried. I am. The panic meter is all the way up.
I
All
mean,
the way.
for me, on the as a non-Nick fan, it is concerning when you guys have to have a 20-point comeback against the Miami Heat.
Exactly. I'm not even happy with our wins. That was going to be my next point. Even our wins, I'm not happy with because we're having close games against bad teams.
Like, so like right now, if the playoffs were to start, you'd play the Pistons.
We could win that series. We'll win that series, but the Pistons
Pistons
are
are
a good team.
a scary young team that I'm not gonna say could beat you guys, but they could beat you guys up in the sense of
I can see it going
it'll be a
6,
tough series to make out of.
a tough 6.
It'd be a hard fought 6.
Yep, I can see it going 6, a tough 6, because that boy Cade, he not playing. Them boys in Detroit, they playing.
K
Cade's
better
leading
win
the
most
way
improved player of the year.
for sure. He definitely should.
And that Sword Thompson kid is nice.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely shown up. What
He's
is it,
athletic.
second year?
Yeah, he's athletic as shit.
He is.
Both of those brothers.
Tibbs, you gotta chill out, bro. We need them for the playoffs. Rest our guys, even if we lose a few fucking games. Shit, we're
mean,
barely winning with our
the
starters.
only good thing is you are in the East.
Yeah, the East is weak.
You guys have got to, as of right now, you guys are 4.5 games up in the
What are we?
3 spot.
We're fourth right now.
Three,
Oh,
3.
we're still 3. Okay.
Yeah, Milwaukee's behind you guys, and Milwaukee.
How many games behind us?
Milwaukee right now, yeah, they're 4.5 behind you guys.
Okay, so we're good.
Yeah,
We'll keep that third spot. We'll keep that third spot. I believe we'll keep that third spot. But it's very concerning because we're playing. We're playing. What's the
bro,
word? The saying. Uh, playing up against your opponent. What's the fucking
playing down to the
down to
competition.
your opponent? Yeah, like
I mean, yeah, like you guys are struggling against teams like Philadelphia.
right. Who's been horrible this season? They have just Maxi and that other kid, but he's McLean, but he's hurt now, so they don't really got much. We're losing. We should have won last night. The way we started, we played good, and then they just blew us out in the fourth. Oh, the second half actually. Well, no, the fourth is when they really opened it up, but the third, they got tighter than it should have been. I'm not happy with it. Even when we win, it doesn't look good. Something's got to change. The bench, I like our bench a little. I like Payne. I like McBride. I like Shamit, but it's not enough. And that's keeping our starters on the court. More minutes. I love Mitch being back, but it's going to take him a few games to get really in basketball shape.
I mean, I think as of now, with Cat missing the games that he's gonna miss, I think they said he's gonna miss the whole road trip.
Okay. So
You guys are gonna rely heavily on JB.
Yeah.
And you
for
don't
sure.
want him to get hurt.
Right. And especially going into the playoffs, like Mikal, that's when you pick up. That's when OG picks up. Like
You don't want to burn Josh Hart out.
Yeah,
on the way he plays.
Exactly. He's one of our hardest working players. He's the heart and soul of the team. Like, we don't want to wear him out. I think, we can, at the end of the day, it's about Boston and Cleveland.
Yeah.
Before, I wouldn't even mention Cleveland because I would say, oh, the Cleveland's like OKC. They're going to do great. But Cleveland looks like a legit team now. Like, they look like legit. Last year, they had a great regular season, but I didn't believe them, and they showed why. This year, I think they're going to make a big push. Right now, I got Cleveland and Boston in the conference finals. And I hate saying that because it should be Boston and the Knicks in the fucking conference finals. So until y'all change it, something good happens with this Knicks team going down the stretch, I'm not going to – I can't put us above Boston or Cleveland. Y'all don't have to prove it to me. So That's what I got on my Knicks. I'm not happy about it. Nah. And then most of Knicks fans are not happy about it. I've been speaking to a lot of Knicks fans, and they are not happy. They are not happy. We'll take the wins, but no. All right. So now we are bringing back a segment that we did last year, and it caught fire. So we're gonna bring it back. And there's no better person, no better human on this earth to introduce this segment than my guy E, the Kobe fan. E, take off.
Before I even say that, you don't even know how deep the Kobe fandom is. I
It's real.
may or may not have a Kobe tattoo on my body, the logo.
Yeah,
I may or may not have Mama Mentality
yeah.
tattooed on me.
Kobe in this mother.
Nah. So yeah,
Kobe.
if you ever think about Kobe, if you ever remember Kobe, outside of being the killer that he was, the mindset he brought, the competitor that he was, there was always one thing when you talked to him and they asked him questions, he kept it real. He kept it 100. So we call this segment "Keeping It a Bean."
Keep it a being, it is.
No other than Bean.
Being.
So I'll start off real quick.
Let's get it.
We were talking about how like players now have their own platforms to speak out on, right?
Yep.
There's one player in particular that stole a bunch of money from a franchise on selling them high hopes that they were going to be title contenders,
Whew.
where he misses a lot of games,
Oh, I know where you're going.
hasn't performed. And now we're taking to it until now they are the 12th seed in the East. He said he's not going to podcast anymore.
Put it down. Put it down.
Worry about competing for a championship. Hey, big dog, you ain't competing for no championship. And that's no other than Podcast P, PG-13.
Podcast pay. Play
Like,
all
let's
pay.
keep it a bean, P. You to me, you ain't been real since you signed with the Clippers when you came out and said, nah, I wasn't a Laker fan growing up. When you was in Indiana trying to force that trade to the Lakers, was like, yeah, I was a Laker fan my whole life. I'm a Kobe fan my whole life.
Capping. This
You
nigga
can
over
have all that. You can have all that. You barely you got more love in you got more of the weight lifted off of you with the Clippers because Kawhi missed way more games than you.
Yep.
You went to a team that their star player misses a lot of games. You robbed them for the money you robbed them for. I think me and you were one of the first to say it last season when all season our podcast said it's not gonna work.
Yep.
But I
Definitely said
mean,
that.
so my keeping it a being is like you being on the podcast wasn't why y'all were losing. Nah, it had nothing to do with that.
Not
It's
at all.
your inability to stay healthy.
Gotta be on the court. Best
Best
gotta be
ability is
available.
availability.
Yes, it is.
So I get it. I mean, I'm not a big fan of players having a podcast while they're in season.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you want to have a podcast, but do it when you're not in season.
Exactly. You could wait. You could wait. Oh, Bill,
But
that's more
to
to
say
talk
that
about.
now, when you guys are the 12, you guys are fighting for your lives to get into the play-in.
It's crazy.
Keep it a bean. You ain't competing for no championship anytime soon.
Nah.
And B might have to retire.
Yep. Well, they gonna have to get rid of his ass. One of the two.
I blow that team up and build around Maxey.
Exactly. That's what they need to do. Build around Maxi. Start. The process is over. You start a new
The
process.
process failed numerous
Fail.
times.
Start a new one, and it starts with Maxi. And you get Embiid the fuck out of there because
You wasted MB's prime years. We're not getting rid of Ben Simmons when I was the first person to say, build around Embiid, get rid of Simmons. Build around Embiid, get rid. No. Don't do that to Maxey now.
y'all fumbled the process. Y'all fucked the process up. We don't even know what the process is anymore.
Hey, Philly.
Didn't work.
Only thing I'll tell you is this: at least you got the Eagles,
That's at
and your
least
baseball and your baseball team's pretty good.
yep. That
All
was a
right, that's
good one. That was a good one. So now for me, my keep it a beam goes to no other than Nico Harrison. Nico Harrison, let's keep it a beam, my brother.
wait. Before you bash him,
You getting fired, bro.
Nico, you my favorite. You my second favorite, Nico. Appreciate you.
did him a favor.
Appreciate y'all
Nico,
for everything I did. We robbed y'all without the shiesty. We didn't even have to put the shiesty on. So I appreciate
so,
everything you did for the Laker Nation. We thank you.
Nico, let's keep it a beam, my brother. Start packing your shit. Start packing your shit, my brother.
Bro, did you
'Cause
see Mark Cuban's face when Luca hit the three in
he
LA?
loved it.
Damn,
He
what did they
loved
do?
it. He loved it. Deep inside, he loved it. Like, man, we deserve this shit. We deserve this. Because why the fuck did we do this? Because if I was the owner still, it wouldn't be happening. But not only did you lose Luca, you traded for Anthony Davis, and he played a couple minutes, maybe a game and a half or
He
something.
played 3 great quarters of basketball.
3 quarters. 3 quarters of basketball. All
He
right.
was actually killing that game.
And then you got one left, and his name is Kyrie. And now he is out for the season. So you lost your generational player, Luca, who is
A
now in
25-year-old superstar.
25-year-old superstar who is now in LA, and they are the second seed contending for a championship. You lost AD for a month, and he'll come back, but he'll probably
He might not even come
then
back. If Kyrie's out, they might just rest
right. They
him.
might shut him down, and then you lost Kyrie. What are you gonna do? Unless you have a master plan behind the scenes that nobody knows about and that the owners know about, that is, tucked, so y'all not talking about it. Other than that, your ass is gone, my brother, because this is beyond fireable offense. This is beyond a fire. Your ass should have been gone yesterday. Yesterday, my bro.
Do you want to know the funny thing? I heard 2 funny reports. One report was they tried to trade Luca for Anthony Edwards.
That would have been.
Second report was I heard, well, not a report, I just heard a rumor that they knew about Anthony Davis's injury, still made the trade,
My God.
and then tried to rescind the trade, but it was too late because everybody played the game already.
That's crazy.
I mean, are they letting Jerry Jones run the show with the
It
Mavericks?
must be. He must
It must
be.
be a Dallas thing, right?
It got to be a Dallas. It must be in the air or something. They must be real, just not thinking very well over there in Dallas. Shit.
I feel like Dallas is just the ownerships in Dallas just care about money and not winning.
That's it. But you're gonna lose your money. Oh, I forgot to add one more thing. Speaking of,
Oh yeah, then y'all try to hike up the season ticket prices after trading Luca.
How dare
How
you?
that is the only slap in the face to your fans.
How dare you raise the fucking prices after you trade Luca, after AD gets hurt, after Kyrie's gone for the season, and not only this season, next season for the most part. How dare you? Yeah, that shit ain't gonna work. They gonna be picketing
I'll tell
outside
you this right now.
that arena, telling, "Hey, Nico, you gotta go.
In April,
You got to go."
in April when the Lakers go over there, that's gonna be it's what is our arena now? Crypto
Crypto.
South. It's gonna be
Yep.
Crypto South out in Dallas.
It's gonna be nasty.
A
You're
whole lot of purple
you
and gold.
got Dirk Nowitzki still cheering for Luka as a Laker.
They might as well, when we go
Nasty.
play there, put all gold 77 shirts on the seats.
Might as well. They probably will. They should. Let's keep it a bean though, Nico. Pack your shit. Pack your shit. Last but not least for me, I got one more keep it a bean. Is that I realized with this the shit that with the NBA ratings, it's not because the product is bad. Yeah, they're shooting a lot of threes. That may be the only thing that I could criticize. But other than that, we still have amazing athletes out there doing amazing shit out there. The problem is the media and the fans who don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Absolutely.
And they criticize the game, thinking
Bad
they know what
takes.
they're talking about, and they get bad ratings because of it.
Bad takes all around.
Just horrible fucking takes throughout the media and through the fans and social media.
Can I?
And that is when it clicked.
I have
Keep it a
something.
bean. The
I
game
have a fix.
failed it. Go
I
ahead.
have a suggestion on a fix. Get all these guys, whoever runs these social media platforms for things like Slam and all this that cover, overtime and all this that cover all these high school kids that make the hype on them go up.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you hire some of these young kids to run your social media?
Exactly. You need to get younger. It's time to get with the program. That's how you keep staying in the game. That's how you stay in the game, is with youth, with the youth. People that know what's going on now in real time. Not the
Because
old
I'm not going to lie.
Still got the old
mentality. Before this season, if you asked me who Cooper Flag was, I'd be like, who?
Right. Exactly.
But seeing him on social media, I knew who Cooper Flag was before he was in Duke.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You know who these guys are early now.
In high school, they're all over Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, like wherever you want.
They got their own platforms doing their own thing. So it's time to stop spreading all this bullshit about the game.
Get with the times.
Get with the times. Like, this is what it is. And guess what? This is not the first time this shit's happened. They've said the same shit about the old times. When those things were happening. And before Larry Bird and Magic Johnson came, they were trashing the NBA.
And then what happened? Then Jordan came. What did we get? We got the baggiest shorts, the all sneakers. Then we had the Kobe era, the LeBron era, the Steph Curry era, where everybody's shooting threes and all of this other stuff.
Exactly. It's going to change again. That's just the flow of sports.
Next thing you know, we're going to be in the Wemby era where we're going to have 7 foot tall point guards.
Exactly. Like, it's an evolution of the game. If you don't like it, then just wait. It will change in your lifetime. It's changed. I think 3-4 times in my father's lifetime.
What would help too is if all these media sports places stop hiring bums or bench warmers as lead analysts and stop having bitter former players, a la our favorite guy to hate on, Paul Pierce, as analysts and give them voices.
Yep, that's a fact. You got to get people that are real and authentic that really want to talk the game without bias. That's why I like guys like Gilbert Arenas.
I love his show.
He talks a lot of shit, but he keeps it real. Yeah,
but I'm glad, like you see his show, they got a guy who gives nothing but bad takes in Rashard McCants.
I cannot stand.
But the best thing about Gil's show is they have so many other voices on it to balance it out and tell him, shut your ass up. You wrong.
Exactly.
Kenyon Martin, Gil, Swaggy P. Like,
they have a great balance on that show. Great balance. You got to get with the program and you got to have an unbiased opinion. That's why people fuck with Jones for Sports. That's why they fuck with the Jones and Podcast, because we give unbiased opinions. We might not like said team, said player, but we gonna keep it real at the end of the day. Keep it a bean. Why would we have a segment called Keep It a Bean if we ain't gonna keep it a bean ourselves? You feel me? The bean is watching.
Jeez.
The bean is watching. You feel me? You got him right here. He's right there. Like he's always watching. So we always gonna keep it a bean. But other than that, that's all that I have for the show. Do you have anything else that you wanted to touch on?
Not none that could wait. It's some little NFL things, but nothing crazy. We could wait till next week when
Word,
free
but that's
agency kicks
crazy.
off.
Absolutely. So y'all already heard it. Y'all already the spoiler alert. Next week we talking some NFL free agency, with a little sprinkle of NBA if anything pops off this week that we need to talk about. We'll talk about it. But yeah, NFL free agency is next week. So what
Yeah,
day
shit.
is it? Thursday?
I'm not sure.
It might be before or after the show. So if it's after, obviously it'll be the show
If it's
after.
after, we can give
Right. Our
predictions on what we think.
exactly. So
But
we'll
like as you've seen this week, you already seen some guys get cut, so
yep,
we know. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. So
I'll give you one big spoiler. Here's a prediction: Aaron Rodgers ends up on the Raiders.
that was one of the spots I had him at too. That was definitely one of the spots. I think that was my second choice for him. I think my first. What was my first choice? No, was that my first choice? That might have been my first choice. I forgot. But
And the Bears
um,
are building a sneaky good offensive line.
I got a take for you. Since you gave one, Miles Garrett to the Chargers.
I see that, and I see Joey Bosa ending up either on the Browns for that or with his brother in San
Because
Fran.
they're talking about Bosa.
They're
They're
gonna trade
moving. Yeah, so I
because
like it.
they're not gonna probably bring back Khalil Mack neither, so they'll have the money. But
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you the thing: I don't see Miles Garrett there. I think the Chargers are gonna try to focus on bringing in receivers to help out Justin Herbert,
They're definitely going to try to do that too, for sure.
and I think the Giants do make the move because it's talk that they're trying to trade for the first round pick. I think they give it all to Tennessee to draft Shador.
Yeah, and I think Tennessee will do it. I see it. So yeah, I see. We already getting started, so we're gonna have a lot more to talk about next week.
Cleveland's in a great spot if that happens, because I know we building it for next week, but if let's say that happens, you got the number 2 pick, the Giants trade up for a QB. You got
Yeah,
your guy to replace Miles Garrett and Abdul Carter.
yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a fact. That would be a real smart
Oh,
move.
and the Debo to Washington move ain't
Ah,
gonna be as good as everybody thinks it's gonna be.
yeah, true. Because he's not Debo like he used to be, and he's not in that system, so it's gonna be an adjustment for him. But still, just adding another guy
I don't
like
know, add
him,
another weapon to
I'm not
Jaden
happy.
Daniels is insane.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. But appreciate each and every one of you guys on all social media platforms, whether you join on Facebook, Instagram, um,
TikTok,
TikTok, YouTube,
YouTube,
whatever.
everywhere.
Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys next week. It's your boy Jones, my guy E, Jones Podcast. Peace.